having my way with this shit, and you know we got motion. Remember the times I was giving my heart to a hoe and I had that shit broke. Me and my niggas got keys to the.
Welcome to another episode of Having My Way podcast. I, of course, am your host, and I'm Ray Tubby sitting here with one of my good friends, and then now former Oklahoma State linebacker, just recently transferred over to Bowling Green. And so first and foremost, I ask everybody this: how you doing? How you doing physically, mentally, all that stuff?
Good, making a little life adjustment, but I mean, I can't complain. I'm still blessed more than others. So
You hear me? So
yeah,
I'm gonna just go ahead and just start off with that because it's gonna always be big talk from people in the sports or not in sports about the transfer portal. Is it good? Is it bad? How it affects high schoolers, things like that, et cetera, et cetera. So, at being an athlete and someone who's actually utilized it, what would you say is how beneficial is it to actually utilize the transfer portal or have it at your disposal?
uh, it's beneficial because it's like a lot of times, if I say it's beneficial for somebody who actually wants to go play somewhere and not who's just chasing something like different, like more money or more
Mm-hmm.
attention just from like clicks or something like that. But it's really beneficial for guys who worked hard at their school, did everything right, and just
Mm-hmm.
not in a position to play still. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it's real beneficial for the guys who use it in that terms. But when guys start to use it just because, oh, I want to go make more money over here, who's been like I say, like a starter at a good school,
Yeah.
they're just using it just because they know they can use it and get some attention or get some more money. But that's just take away from like the genuine of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Understood. Understood. And so it's Mental Health Awareness Month. Still recently I did a story, like the last week of school about mental health for athletes, more specifically, college athletes. That's what I was going for. So and I had a conversation with some people, well, with a person, and she was telling me about how she was getting on y'all a little harshly. She was just basically saying just things like, this is all a choice that you all make. Y'all choose to play these sports. Y'all don't really have to work real jobs and things like that. And basically just, I guess, just ignoring the
Yeah.
fact that y'all are human still. So with that being said, how, or what has your mental health been like while being a college athlete, first and foremost?
Uh, I can say it's been up and down, honestly, but I've always kind of stayed pretty sane for the most part. But it's definitely it can get to you if you let it. Just the thing of, like I said, somebody who works really hard and does everything right,
Yeah,
and every day it's like, damn, that's still not enough. You telling me everything I need to do, and it's still not enough. And it's just like, damn, you start thinking, overthinking, and then a lot of times you're dealing with people who don't really necessarily, I won't say don't care, but they're going to make sure that the business is better than
correct.
with everything else. So it can get to you pretty deeply if you let it. It's really hard. I've talked to some people, like I've talked to like older friends. I have a I won't say his name, but I mean he trained. I've trained with him before. He's an older guy. He just told me one time, he was like, man, this. And he was in a good situation, but he said I thought about unaliving myself like two times in college, and I was a starter. I was doing everything, but it was just so much stress, and then
Crazy. Yeah.
he misses a tackle in a big game. People are talking about him. It's just like constant people putting stuff on his door. Like it's little stuff like that that
Crazy.
just adds and stuff like that. So I think mental it's pretty big. It's way bigger than you think, and it's not how much way. It's not. It needs to be more out there to the
Out there
public than what
to
it is
people.
now.
What is, like, for you personally, if you don't mind asking it or telling it, what has been something that you had to battle, like for real, while you was, being in college, like mentally, something that really just tore you up for real, that held you back, maybe.
I won't say nothing that tore me up, but I mean, like I said, I felt like I always worked really hard at what I did, and then like I always felt like I was like always doing the right thing to get myself where I wanted to be, and just sometimes just be like, you hear the saying, it's not in our plan for you to do this for us,
Mm,
and it's nothing against you, it's you're not in our plan, unfortunately, and then hearing that, and it's just like you look at this, you look at the thing how you're supposed to do, you're supposed to work hard, keep God, keep faith in God, keep
mm,
working hard, da da da. And then like, it just when it doesn't turn out for you, it's really hard to accept. And
okay.
that's why I think I say like having to accept that I did everything right and you're still not gonna sometimes you're still not gonna get what you necessarily want, but maybe you may what you need, but it's not gonna be what you want.
Type
And
deal.
that's yeah, so that's probably one thing I have to deal with a
I got
lot.
I got that. I felt that.
Yeah.
So, what are some things you would feel are misconceptions or beliefs on college athletes, male, female? Like, it doesn't matter. What are just some stuff that you feel like if you could tell somebody about what you do in your life being a college athlete, you'd be like, that's not true.
I mean, the common one is like, oh, college is like college athlete gets everything easy. They get everything handed to
Hmm.
them, and da 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 da. And I mean, in a sense, that is right. That is correct because like we do get a lot of extra benefits. But like I said, I mean, a schedule is not easy. That schedule is not easy,
Yeah.
and and I'm not saying that and being like, oh, this is hard, but it's like a blessing to do it. But I mean, you're waking up at 6 a.m. going to eat breakfast. Got to make sure you eat. Then you got to work out. Then you got school.
Hmm.
Then you got practice, and then you got study hall. Then you got study. It's just like it's constant. It's constant. It's constant. It's constant. It's never slowing down, and it's really what it's turned into now with the business and stuff like that. And just like somebody can, it's really like a job. It's really kind of you're really a professional athlete. That's
Really,
any athlete, not just football
job.
or not just men's sports. That's all sports. Every sport. It's like a real life job, and like somebody's coming to take your job, and then you also have to balance school life, and then but I say a lot of athletes know how to balance it well, but some don't. But it's just that's one of the things that's really misconceptualized as when you're looking on the outside looking in.
Well, you spoke on like the business part inside of it. I'd assume you're speaking like, I guess I know what you're talking about, but I'm gonna just go to the NIL side part of the business and all that stuff. And you mentioned how this is all basically like a job, which very much like if you really think about it, with like the situation, the stipulations, what's on the line for real, it actually is very much like a job. Um, with that being said, it's going to always constantly be conversation about this. Is NIL good? Is it bad? Whatever. The greatest college football coach, in history, and then retired recently, mostly due towards it, because of it. But again, as an athlete, can you share your thoughts and benefits and challenges that NIL brings to student athletes?
Uh, and I think that was a good thing. I mean, I think all the sports, college sports, is $1 billion industry. Everybody know that. Everybody knows how much money this brings in,
Right.
and I'll just say football here. Like football, we Saturday every Saturday, guys go out there and risk their lives on that field playing hard. It's not necessarily
Mhm.
that they won't do it. Most of these guys will do it for free
Right. Of course.
just because of the
100%.
love of the
Right.
game. But it's
Yeah.
just we're bringing so much more money in, and then some athletes really have to like struggle. Some athletes are broke. Some of the athletes you watch on Saturdays who are balling, like, damn, this guy, he's living rough, or their family's living rough. But also somebody in the background who you don't see who's making a lot of money off him
Hmm.
running out there, running his damn head off a stick, anything. So I mean, I think it's I think it's beneficial in a sense, but I do like I mean, but I do think it can get excessive. I do think it can get excessive with everything. It's just like kids out of high school getting $5 million deals. I seen something about a Florida
Crazy.
QB. I don't know. He sued like Florida for something like a 13 million NIL deal. He sued him because like something didn't go through. And I'm just like, that shit's crazy. I mean, and I'm not, and I'm being honest, I don't even know what they could do about the situation because now that it's like it's legal now,
Yeah.
and they see how much revenue these kids make and how much attention like people our age get for our sports. Like we're professional athletes, and then we're kind of what I say like our peer group who our audience is like kids our age, and
Right.
they're all over social media, and
Correct.
social media is building. So as long as that keep going, money's going to keep going. So I don't really know how they can really stop that. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's a tough question because when you think about it in depth, that's just probably going to be it's quarterbacks coming into college making $2 million. That's
Yeah.
life changing money.
Like, boy, I'm gonna say something more. You hear me? Like, it's
Some
just
kids,
life,
some kids be like, man, I can just ball out in college and not even have to go to the league and
and that's
still be rich as hell.
you would think that's the mindset for most now because, like, I mean, when you
Yeah.
get paid that much, like, there's no point. There's no
There's
point of
no slave in the
yeah,
fucking. I mean, yeah, but still, like you love the game, like, but people like the game is not. People don't love the game like they used to. I think. I think a
I,
lot of people still, but do. But I think this is just coming in. It's like people don't love the game. Like most people won't do this for free. Most people won't get up and just be like, yeah, I'm not getting paid. I'm barely eating,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna go out here and ball my ass off on this field. Most people don't want to do that no more.
That's scary from a fan's perspective.
Yeah, and just growing up, how we used to do it, how we used to
Yeah,
grind and stuff like that. I
yeah.
remember,
Would
yeah,
you
people,
do you think, let's say in about I guess, was it 2024 right now? Let's say
yeah.
by 2030 or so, 2029. Do you think that like college football would still be in good hands in terms of like must see TV? Like
Yeah, because kids still gonna play. Like kids, like I mean, I'm not saying people are not gonna stop playing, loving the game. I just say it's
right.
gonna like the money is gonna money will change everybody just a little bit.
Yeah,
And believe it or
you
not, money will change
heard
anybody just a little bit. So,
yeah,
I
Will.
mean, it will. I don't give a fuck nobody say,
You
but
heard me?
it'll still be in good shape. I think it'll probably be way more bigger than what it is now. I really do, just because it's just these
Mm.
kids, like these, like, and we can stream now. You can see it's like the world is more
Yeah,
adaptable to seeing like kids. It's like personalities. They it's like
true.
it can be broadcasted, so you can get more money. So you can be a streamer. What's that one kid name? What's that one dude name? He kick, but now he had to give up a scholarship. Destroying.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can do that now. Like you
Literally,
can have 2 million on Twitch or YouTube and still go out there and do this, and
that's
that's just like
crazy.
revenue, money, 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 money. And so I just think podcasts and all that stuff, like I think it's just so much out there that I think it's gonna be way bigger than what it is now in 2030.
That's crazy. Well, since we're speaking about money and you being someone who's like you got you receive NIL money, you know how it works, things like that. Would you say money can buy or provide a sense of genuine happiness or no?
I say money can take away a lot of stress. And if you ain't got stress, you're really leaving. You're fine because when you broke, you thinking about damn. And as I'm growing up, I'm like,
Really?
life is really starting to show me what life is.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to Coach Jones, and when I was going through this whole process, I was like, I didn't want to leave Oklahoma State, like that was my home
Right.
was.
Of course,
And
of
he
course.
told me he was like, this is your first lesson in life. Life is gonna tell you what to do without you having a choice. So I think when you have money and it takes away the stress and everything, I think it can provide pretty much some good happiness. I think
That,
it can.
that's a good answer. I,
Yeah, bro. Cause
I agree with you though, because I know. I mean, there's a lot of people who would rather be rich and stressed than broken, depressed.
yeah, cause broken depression is crazy. You're
Yeah,
angry all the
so
time.
it's just like,
You just worrying about damn.
yeah,
I need to
so,
shorten this up. But if you got the money, I mean, shit, it's easy. But
yeah.
yeah, bro.
People still gonna die, but they die and you got money. I mean,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I guess and it is what it is. I think it can. I ain't gonna lie for the most part.
yeah, bro.
But for those who don't know, um, you and Brandon Garrison, y'all are, I guess, or I ain't gonna say, y'all are stepbrothers, okay?
Yeah.
And then so, um, how long has it been now? How many years?
Since we've been stepbrothers.
Yeah.
I say my dad started dating his mom when I was in I say about fifth, sixth grade.
Okay.
And
So
that's
yeah.
when they started talking and they really got it going. I say my sixth grade, pretty much fifth grade.
Okay.
And then that's when they moved in with us. So about how many years is that? Fifth,
Yeah,
sixth,
that
seven,
was. I think yeah.
almost 10 years.
You can't even do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
almost 10
So
years.
with him having his success, you having yours. He gets up Oklahoma State, went to Kentucky. He better go do his thing over there, whatever. What was it like going through y'all's athletic journeys together before y'all even reached the college level?
Um, I think with that, I mean, I give a lot of credit to my dad. I think he taught us both discipline
Mm.
and the work ethic that we both needed. Because he used to wake our black asses up at 7 just to go do everything, cut grass, do
Hmm.
everything. We hated it,
Yeah.
but it was never so much. We never got to really do a lot of athletic stuff like working out all the time at a young age. We didn't really get to do that till high school when we got more freedom, but to really like 10th grade. And then, but I say our athletic journey has probably been really, I won't say it's been unique, but it's generally been different. We learned a lot of life lessons that helped us with sports, helped us like
Right.
with the work ethic part, with the dealing with stuff. And I think like I give a lot of credit to my pops, of course, and then like he'll tell you that too. We used to work day to day, day to day, every day. So it wasn't.
Used to
So I
be
give a lot of credit to that. Yeah,
actually working with them horses and stuff too.
yeah, bro, it was
Used to
crazy. Everything. It wasn't nothing we didn't do, bro. It was
I
like
remember. Okay.
nothing that we didn't do, but I think it helped us out in the long run, and this helped. Like I said, Brandon's. I'm so proud of him, bro. Like
I'm already
that's
knowing.
crazy. Like I've seen him grow up, and just seeing how he balled out, and just seeing.
Right.
Like I
Mm.
remember we were just talking. Remember one day we were just talking just about everything. I was like, damn, my bro really grow up and grew up, and he's doing his thing now. And I said he's about to go kill it at Kentucky, and I'm just proud of him. Like golly, I'm so proud of him. You don't even know how much proud of him I am, bro. I
Was
love
there
seeing
ever
him
like
strive.
no go ahead.
Nah, you can go ahead, go.
Was there ever like some conversations pre like well pre before college, him going to the NBA, you going to the NFL, like y'all having conversations together about that growing up
We
type of deal?
never really had those conversations. We just always kind of just knew that like we are
What
going to
was
go
up?
get our drinks, stuff like that. Like we always just kind of knew like we got to do what I do. Like that's like when he started. Like I said, when he started, he came here. He started as a freshman. He's all American,
Yeah.
and it just kind of blew up. And then now it's like, and I really love
Crazy
that
work.
he's still working. He's not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
He's not comfortable at all, and I love to see that he's not. He's always working out. I mean, like, hey, you trying to hang out? Like I'm, like, cause our schedules are different with football and basketball. Our bodies like can we rest at different times, stuff like that.
Right.
So I'm like, hey, you trying to kick it? Nah, man, I gotta go work out. Then we can kick it. Cool. And it's another time he trying to kick with me. Hey, man, I gotta go do this. Like it's like we always have put the the main thing first.
So
So
y'all
and he's always stuck to that, and I'm really proud of him for that too.
that's crazy work. Y'all really in here together, like really doing the thing.
Yeah, I give him one more year before he in that league though.
Yeah, I'm about to say
I
it may
give him
not
one more
take him
year
that
before he in
much
that
longer
league.
though. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, it's
Keep
not
me
gonna
out
take
of
him that
here.
much longer.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So I wanted to ask if there were any, but I know there are because there's just no way that you can. Success just don't always come. I mean, for most people, it'll never come by just getting put on for real. You got to do some stuff. So
Yeah.
to be where you are right now, what personal sacrifices did Donnie have to make to get this far in your athletic career?
Okay. I had to make a lot, but I would say my mother and my dad had to make a lot too. Like for me to be like, because I was blessed to grow up really like a good co-parenting house. So I had a village behind me. So
That's
I
good.
wouldn't say I had to make so much sacrifices, which was really like I was blessed to have that. I was able to life worked out where I can go work out with Coach Reggie and y'all for 2 3 hours without having something like to hinder me and stuff like that. I was blessed. I had a good
Okay.
family, had a good support system, had a good village, had people wanting to help me. And it's not always, damn, I was in the mud, I was in the trenches, I was doing it's not always that. Like most of it, like it's not always that.
Yeah.
Like when I tell people like where I'm from and stuff like that, they're like, oh, and I was like,
Oh,
nah,
yeah. You hear
I
me?
live like
Yeah.
I mean, I lived pretty decent. I lived pretty well. Like I was
Hmm.
like, we weren't rich or nothing, but we didn't. But my parents, they did a lot of stuff where I wouldn't have to sacrifice much.
Much type deal.
Yeah, never had to sacrifice much. Like it was really rare when I had to be like, damn, I can't go work out because I gotta go do this. But they always make sure they knew what I loved, and so I say they made a lot of sacrifices for me so I can go do the little extra work, an hour here, an hour there. And then like I had people like Coach Reggie. When Coach Reggie brought me along and showed me how to work. I knew what work. I knew what to work, but he showed me what to work on, how to work, how I should do it, what methods I should take, and then I just got that work habit from my dad, like just working just to work. But now Coach Reggie showed me how to, and then that
Hmm.
was like I said, I had a village, so I didn't have to sacrifice much. When I put it really on the table, I was really blessed
Respect.
in that fact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. That's it, and it's crazy because you can like you can admit that like you ain't on some like
got it out the mud
yeah
type shit.
like
Yeah,
yeah did
like
it
I
by
won't say
yourself.
everything was easy. I won't say
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
grew up so easy,
Right. Right. Right.
And I was like,
Of
when
course
I
not.
tell people where I'm from, they'd be like, "Oh, you from there?" And I was like, "Yeah," and that's not as bad as people make a deal. See, it's not as bad as it seems. Like anywhere got trouble if you go find it.
Yeah.
So I just stayed.
Old
Like I
ass.
said, I had the village.
Old
I had a
ass
village
nigga.
behind me. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I was pretty blessed.
Sound
I didn't
like
have to
an old
sacrifice
head
much, bro. I just shit.
talking
Growing
about
up a little
something.
bit.
You go find it. Look at
Yeah, you will find that shit. You
that.
know you will.
So if you could say something to some high school, like to high school athletes, if you were to go speak at a high school right now to a football team or to it don't even matter actually. What would you say to them is important when making the decision making process and finding your school or committing to a school um, before you even go as far as saying I want to commit? What are some things that you would say is important to think about, important to know about before even going that route?
I'll say this. I heard this from a coach a long time ago. He was like, "You only gonna be 70% sure on where you're going. You're never gonna be 100%
Why is
on the
that?
school you're gonna pick." It's just because it's so much to think about. I mean, when I was going through that process in high school, even a couple of like I was not 100% sure of going on that. It was really a risk. You have to trust. I won't say you have to trust the coaches, but you have to trust your ability to, if something happens, you're able to work in and
Mm-hmm.
kind of dig yourself out that situation, even if it's bad. Like you have to, like, of course, you have to see how you feel about the culture and like how the town is, because you never want to fall in love with a coach.
Huh.
Because you never want to fall in love with a coach. Like you never
And,
want to be like, I
and
mean,
say why that's important. Say why that is important.
because like it's important because like with this recruiting process. So I just went to the transfer portal
Mm-hmm.
example, and it's like, and they're like, at this point, they're really serious. Like, at this point, they're talking like you're a grown man, you're not a high school kid. They're like, hey, I
Correct.
had one school tell me, we're looking at this other kid, and if he commits, then we're probably going to stop talking to you
Hmm.
after
Hard
oiling
pill
meal.
to
That's
swallow.
how it is. So, but if he does not, we'll come get you. That's like, that's the
Mm-hmm.
business side of it. Like,
You
we
hear me?
want this kid, and
Yeah.
you're the backup plan. So it's like, that's the real deal, Holyfield of it. So, I mean, it's like when if you're a high school kid, you fall in love with where the place is at. You fall in love with maybe the people. You fall in love like you get to know your strength coach and all that stuff because the coach can get up and go any second. That's not saying you can't build a great relationship with that coach because even at OSU, I still feel like I have a great relationship with every coach on that staff. I feel like I can call every single one of them in 20 years and invite them to my wedding. I have a good relationship with them.
That's
So
great. That's great.
it's just like you want to really find where you feel like home is. You feel like want to find a good situation, a good strength and conditioning program. You want to talk to him. Those are people you want to talk to. You want to talk
Important.
to them, and you just want to see the. It's so much stuff to look at when you do all that. And it's hard. It's hard for you to pick because now you like I see you got NIL. You got people with money. Shoot, if you come here, I can give you a truck and 3,000
Mm.
a month or 3,000 a week.
Crazy.
So it's like,
Hold
and
on. How much you
kids are
say?
getting offered that.
How
Kids
much
are
you
getting
say?
offered that 3,000 a week.
What you
So that's like I'm not I don't know nobody in
say something?
particular, but I mean I know for a fact some kids are probably getting that. They're getting that in their ear. So it's like kind of blinded by the
Crazy.
fact of yeah, so
Life
I mean,
changing money, like you said, literally.
yeah, life changing money. And
Actually
it's just
insane. I was actually insane. So what would you, if you could go back and tell 18, 19-year-old freshman year done, what would you tell yourself right now?
um I would say
Uh-oh.
make a schedule,
Mm.
be better time management. One of my good friends, Nick Martin, I was watching his dog one day and he has shout out my boy Nick. He has he had a board in his room. And
Uh-huh.
Nick's All American. He's gonna be NFL for. He's gonna be All American. He has a board
Thanks.
of times he do stuff, and it was like wake up, pray, eat, do this, feed it all. He has a schedule for his life.
Come on.
And then when I saw that, I was like, damn, I could really incorporate that into my life. And then when I started doing that, I saw things going up. Like I started like he has like time with God, working out. This time sleep, and it's strict.
Uh-huh.
It's strict, and it's still time. And when you do that, it's still time to I can go kick it with my homeboys at this time. It's not. It wasn't like a it's just this. I'm sleeping. This wasn't like that. But he had still had time. So I was like, if I was me, I would tell myself to find a schedule and write it down and go by that schedule strictly. And you'll still have time. You'll have more time than you think to kick it with your people.
Uh-huh.
But you just have to use your time really wisely. And I would say try to find that schedule. And that's with anything in life. If you work in a job or if you just a like that's anything like find a time schedule, write it down, go by it, stick to it, and I just think that helps out a lot. So I would tell myself that
And the thing about it is that's actually one of the most realest things. Like I don't think people really understand. Like time is
it goes by fast.
it go by fast, and it's just like can you believe it's been what 3 years since you've been removed from high school? Like
Yeah, and it's just
that's
like
insane. Like to me,
Yes,
like that is just. I remember everything. Like it was just like
yesterday. Like
an
it's just,
hour ago. You feel me?
and it's like you just don't like time go by fast. It's like you moving, life moving. Some people you ain't talk to, you don't talk to anymore. You used to talk to every day. It's just like time, it goes, bro.
Uh huh.
And
Well,
so
I
it's
know.
kind of crazy.
For the most part, I think I'm pretty observant. I pay attention, and when it comes to social media, you be on and off with it. Like you will have times where you'll be on for a little bit, and you
Yeah,
be MIA for a minute, and then we gotta ask how Donnie been, have you spoke to him, type of deal. But with that being said, like what is your mindset with that? Like, is that something that
social
you just,
media.
yeah, like, do you just, like, is it something that you feel could be a cancer to your mind sometimes? Is it something that you just want to keep away or try to stay off less? Or what's your
I
whole
ain't
deal with it?
I ain't necessarily like just like I'm always on. Like I'm always like if you really look, I'm always in some
Yes,
comments
yeah,
under Sports Center.
yeah, yeah.
I'm always on
Because I'd be
Twitter.
like,
I'm
I
always
be,
on
I
TikTok.
be
Like
responding to some of your
I'm
stuff.
never deleting Twitter or
Yeah,
TikTok. I'll delete everything else, but I'm never deleting Twitter or
yeah.
TikTok. I may not be on Snap for real. I mean,
Uh
it's
huh.
just as I've gotten older, I just haven't seen the need for it. I just kind of just stay out the way. Kind of the people who I talk to every day know I talk to them every day, and the
Hmm.
people who I'm not like you, Q, and them.
Hmm.
Like we don't talk every day. We might
Yeah,
not talk for a couple months,
but we know,
but we know we can call each other at any time. But like, hey, what's
right?
up going on? Da, 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 da. And it's just like I don't. I usually stay up with it, but I don't really like post anything like that. It ain't
Yeah,
nothing serious. It's just, I just don't.
type
I
different.
ain't got shit to post.
Yeah, yeah, right.
That's literally what it is. Like I don't really.
Facts. That's
Yeah,
facts.
but it's nothing real deep or I'm trying to clear my mind or like that because I'll be on that shit. I'll be on it. I really like I'll be reading everything. I'll just be kind of
Hmm.
sitting in the back. I'll comment some here and there on a under something like it'd be funny when I see people. I remember I had it was something about an airport the other day. It was like I people shouldn't show up to the airports 2 hours early, and I was like bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was like some of the people that I like know like they're liking it. And it was funny. I thought that was funny, but
Why would they say that you shouldn't?
shouldn't what? Oh, they was talking about you should it don't take that long in the airport. All you have to do is do this. It shouldn't take you more than an hour. Shit, man. I mean, my mom almost missed a flight the other week trying to do that shit, man. We're talking about we was running. Talking about we would literally run like it was say we had to be on that plane at 12:25.
Uh
We got on that plane at 12:27. That's how late we was
huh. Ooh.
running. We was at the baggage claim, like we was at the TSA running. My mom was running with her shoes off because we almost missed our flight. We was about to come visit down here in Bowling Green,
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
and we
okay.
was trying to get down here. And I was like, bullshit. I'm never fucking showing up. I'm showing
Yeah,
up 3 hours early for my flight.
yeah. See, I'm not sure who said that. People are gonna say and post and comment whatever they can and get a couple of to get people talking, get some attention. But
Yeah,
OSU, what since your freshman year? So your freshman year, you came in and we number 3 ranked defense in the country. The team was stacked. It was crazy, and then boom, it was a little different year after. It wasn't the
yeah,
same. And then this year, it was the same thing again. I know y'all have probably heard everything. You feel me? From fans, people of higher power, whatever. And I know most of it probably hasn't been the most positive due to the past year or so. But as an athlete, as a player, as a person who's been in the program and been in programs in general, how do you block out the noise, the negativity from people from the outside? Because at the end of the day, a lot of folks don't even know what they're talking about. But
yeah. We always like Coach Gundy used to say always. It don't really matter. Nobody else opinion matter unless who's in this room. Be a team meeting, all the coaches, all the players. Nobody else really matters but who's in this room.
right,
It don't matter because, like I said, they're like, believe it or not, like fans are wishy washy. And that's how it is. And then you don't be mad. That's fans. Like, man, shit, we be mad at our NFL teams when they be bullshitting.
yeah,
And we
for,
be
for sure,
talking shit. I be talking shit. So
for
it's
sure.
just like, it's wishy washy. But like, I mean,
Uh
real
huh.
athletes know it's like, it can get frustrating for some people. You know, it can get frustrating for some people, but that's when you just depend on the people you know who working with you every day, who like
Yeah.
everybody in that building that's working, who's up with you at 5 a.m. watching you work out.
Mm,
Shit like that, you can't really
mm,
take anybody's opinion but those,
right.
and that's how you kind of get through that.
Right. Um, can you share a pivotal moment in your athletic career, college wise? No, no, no. Fuck that. In general, that shaped you into who and what you are at the moment. who you are today?
Um, I could say it's a couple. I mean, I could say it's a couple. I went from high school. I remember we played Booker T I think my sophomore year. It was really fucking cold. It was like 1 degrees outside, and I think I maybe got like I was being a little girl and I acted cold and I got pushed in the ground pretty hard. And then I remember Jones had said something to me, and then he was like, I don't remember exactly what he said, but I just know from that on, I was just like, I can't let little stuff irritate me if I really love this game. I gotta really just say fuck it. And it wasn't big, but it was like I just remember that moment very vividly. And it was like this one this past year. Um, a lot of people don't know I had a surgery in the middle of the season.
Mm,
This last year,
mm.
I had a surgery in the middle of the season, and then I've always been a player to like, oh, I always want to get back. I always want to like, and the surgery wasn't that serious. It was like probably the craziest fucking surgery I've ever heard of. But
Okay, I'm curious.
bro,
I'm curious.
bro,
Hold on, bro. What you doing?
bro, it was.
What you
So I'm gonna
on?
say I'm gonna tell you a quick story. So
Okay, okay,
begin to
nah, nah.
practice. Begin
Okay,
to practice. We doing like our easiest shit to practice. PAT.
okay.
PAT is a field goal punt, and we're just
Yeah.
walking through it. And one of the guys, Tabor, he hits like he kind of just blocks out and he hits me in my balls, and I'm like and I just keep running.
Yeah.
And then I make it through practice, and I say about 9 o'clock. Practice at 3. It's about 9 o'clock now, and I'm about to order some wings or something like that. And it's like starting. I can't get up, and then like my balls start hurting. I reach down there. I'm like, what the fuck? My balls about the size of my goddamn fist, and I am in.
Focus on swole up.
I'm in pain. And then, long story short, I drive myself to the hospital. I'm in pain. Like I threw up. I was on all fours. My kidneys was fucking up, like because it was blood restricted.
Oh.
Because it got
What?
twisted. It got twisted when he hit me. And then I got to the doctor. They was like, "Yeah, your ball hasn't had blood in it for the last 6 hours, so
You
we'll
said
have to go
six
have
hours?
6 hours." He was like, "So we're gonna have to go in surgery and open it like and untwist it and then stitch it back and stitch you back up." And I'm hearing that, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" He was like,
Hold
"If
on.
you didn't come in probably within the next hour or the next day, you probably would have lost it." It's a long
Hold on.
story short.
Hold on, brother. Hold on.
Yes,
Hold on.
yes.
So,
Crazy test. It's called like testicular tusion or something.
so first of all, they cut your shit open, and
Yeah.
and then told you that you was about to be
And at first,
without.
before I even went in there, he was like, if I open it up and it's black and blue, I'm gonna have to take it out because it's just been having no blood for a long time. But then after the surgery, he was like, we were able to save it, but if you came in maybe 30 minutes later, I would have had to take it out. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? So I
Yeah.
had that in the middle of the season. And to this point in the season, I say I had a pretty good season. I was playing. I was rotating in. I was playing. I was playing behind Colin, one of my other good friends. I was making plays. I was all over the place. I was doing good, and then that happened, and then it's kind of just. And then if you get an injury in the middle of the season,
Ooh.
coaches tend to kind of forget about you.
Of course. Yeah.
They got
Right.
like because and it's not necessarily their fault unless you just was like this the biggest time player.
Yeah. Cause yeah.
But you just
Yeah.
got to keep going, and I try not to sit out. And but yeah, it was terrible. But then,
I'm just.
so that was big for me, and then it was just like because after that, I didn't touch the field maybe until the Big 12 game, and I was like, so that means I sat on the bench
And you played good.
game straight.
You played good in the Big 12 game. I remember that.
Yeah, and I was like, I was just like, I remember sitting there, I was talking to some of my teammates, and that's when I realized I was like, I can't be comfortable just because I'm at OSU and I'm getting paid good money. They giving me a truck. I'm in a good living situation. Like I cannot get comfortable. I have to go. Like I have to. I started losing love for the game,
Ooh, that's it right there.
and then I can say one part really got me. It was going into my, I think going into my redshirt sophomore year. We had it was this. It's when we had Coach Derek Mason. You remember him?
Yeah.
I
Uh,
remember I had
the
practice.
coordinator.
Yeah, D coordinator. I had practice 3 weeks. This is probably the biggest. Now I think this is probably the biggest thing that changed me. We had practice for the bowl game 3 weeks. I was told I was gonna play, and I didn't play, and it was just like you worked hard, you did this, and it really hurt me. Like it hurt the shit out of me, and then it make you start thinking. It make you almost want to question what you believe in.
Right.
It hurt so bad, like it hurt me so bad. I was like, damn. I was like, dang, God, like you know how hard I worked. I've been doing everything right. Like why? Like I can't. Like what am I doing wrong? It make you start questioning. Like it really, really tests your faith, and that my faith was tested. it hurt like hell. Like I mean, my faith was tested. I was down a little bit, but then that's why I kind of just realized I was like, I had to keep going. Like I had to keep my faith in God. But that's what I'm saying. That was probably the craziest thing for me. I know I jumped around a little bit there, but that was I
No,
just
no,
really
it's cool.
that really hit me hard. It was just like, dang, it made me kind of and I feel like a lot of people won't say this, but it made me question a little bit, like, dang. And it was just like it just hurt so bad. And I was like, I've been working hard. I know I've been doing everything right. And it was like, dang, I still didn't get what I achieved. And then when I started learning, you're not gonna get everything. If you're gonna do everything right, you're still not gonna get it.
Right.
And that taught me some life lessons. It made me work harder. And that next season, like I said, that next season I came out and I played way more. I made plays, stuff like that. And it just I had that injury in the middle of the season, and it just kind of just derailed everything for me. So
That's crazy.
yeah,
I'm a piggyback on something you said. Um, has there ever been ever, like I'm talking about from the day you started balling to now, has there ever been a coach that has made you just be like, I don't want to do this no more, or like this made you just not like almost just
quit. Like yeah, I
yeah
wouldn't say that. No,
yeah
every coach I've came in contact with or been around has never really taken my will from the game. Not at all.
that's great.
I won't say like yeah, I was at the point I wasn't playing, but it was just like I got to a certain point where I understood why. It
Hmm.
wasn't like that I wasn't doing anything wrong. Just like we have to keep going. These guys are healthy. These guys are doing good. You don't want to mix things up right now. And it's just like playing playing at a place like OSU. It's a lot of pressures within everybody putting down on you. So I understood some of the business standpoint of it. And it's
100%.
just like
Right. I'm glad you
and it's
do.
like you can't. It's just like you know it, but it's just like God damn, I understand why, but damn, it sucks that I have to be take the receiving end on it.
Yeah, that you're gonna be that person. I only ask because I know way many people actually like it's just and then how common this is kind of like scary, but it's just whatever. Just another statistic, I guess. But just the amount of athletes that give up, and
Yeah,
that I mean good athletes. Like it's one thing for you to just be a body, but like just to be there type shit. But I'm
yeah,
talking about good players who genuinely don't want to play the game no more because of a coach. Like that hurts me to
yeah,
hear. Like
yeah. It
talented
hurts.
individuals, like, that's crazy to me. Like how often that happens, and the fact that it happens in college a lot too, crazy. Bro. These motherfuckers could
And
be going
most
to hell.
and most of it, a lot of it like happens like in high school. They getting like some kids like and I see it. Some
Man,
kids don't get their full potential. Like I can see. I remember a lot of kids from our high school. We had a lot of athletes at our high school.
yeah,
Our high school, and it was just like some kids just like
yeah,
they just couldn't unlock everything either due to a coach or to them just kind of them holding themselves back or like it was just and it sucks. But again, you can see some situations where it was just like some coaches really didn't. And I've heard one of my coaches one time he was just like, "Man, I really wish I would have put more into that kid because
mm,
it could have been."
facts. Yeah, somebody calling you. Yeah, I feel
But
you.
yeah, I've seen I've seen that before, so it's like
Mm.
it's really it sucks.
No, no, I'm with that. Do you feel like it was? No, I ain't gonna ask that. I don't want to get
Yeah,
messy. I ain't gonna
yeah,
say.
don't get messy, bro.
I ain't gonna
I ain't
say.
got time for
I
that.
ain't get my drift. Okay, okay. I got one more question. I'll let you get on to it because I got some shit on the grill I'm about to eat. But how do you want people at the end of the day to view you as a player? Um, you know, this journey is gonna be it's gonna be long, whatever, and hopefully, we are behind you with it. You feel me?
Yeah.
So hopefully, you get to go on the most grandest stage and perform and do this shit for real. But how do you want people to view Donovan? Like, what is it that you want people to know or see or think when when you play? Like, this is your like when you name a name of a player, you know like what they brought. If I say Ray Lewis right now, people just
Oh
gonna
yeah,
think
yeah,
somebody that hit hard. You feel me? If I
yeah.
name Dion right now, somebody that's athletic or fast or cocky, something like that. You feel me? How do you want people to view you as a player?
I mean, I can't just say I won't say after any other player, but I just mean when they see me play the game, they just play like, damn, he really loved playing this game, and he's gonna give all he got. That's really all I can ask for. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that's really all I can ask for because I mean, like I play the game, balls. I know how I play the game. I'm like I'm not naive to the fact I know how hard I play. I know how much I put in the game, so I know it's gonna pay off at
Yeah,
some point. You know, even if God says, "Nah, I don't need you to go to the league. I need your purpose to be something else in life." People go, I can know that like people are like, oh yeah, he put balls to the wall every play, but
type of
like
deal.
it's just like that's why I want people to know. But that's pretty much it. Can't really say nothing else about it.
I love it. And I said last question, but I'm just nosy. How was the conversation with the parents about the whole transfer thing? Like, was they just on go with that, or like, how was all that when you brought it?
Yeah, it was, and then it's weird because like I said, like the latest come in my life, like of course I told my mama. I didn't really like. I've been real, like I said, you found out through like Twitter. I haven't
Right.
been like really open
Yeah.
like when talking because like I said, I didn't tell my dad for a bit. It just wasn't like I wasn't not telling my dad. It was just like I just didn't
Didn't
think
yeah.
to. But my mom, I told my mom about it. She was like, "All right, let's go." Like my mama gonna support me no matter what.
Type
She
deal.
should be like, "All right, let's go." And it's just kind of like with my dad, it was just like he pretty much did the same thing. He was just like he didn't really say much about it. He was like, "All right." I have thank God, like I said, I got a village behind me.
Yeah.
Thank God I have a village behind me. I got a lot of good friends. I got a lot of good older influences that are like
Yeah.
that kind of lead
Support.
me in the right way. Like Coach Jones is one of my mentors. Coach Reggie, one of my mentors.
Support.
I would like always, and a lot of times they won't agree. It'd be different, but I can see every perspective. But I know every single one of those people have their best interest for me at heart.
Right.
And like I said, like when I told all of those people, they were like, "Okay, I'm with you. Let's go, no matter what." So I mean, and I was grateful for that.
I love it, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Donovan Stevens, you're watching Have My Way podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, or who I should have next. Appreciate you, brother, for doing this. You was on the very first person to hop on my first one I did 4 years ago. So
Was
I was
I?
like, yeah,
Damn, that was a
what I
minute
did in the
ago.
car.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was a minute ago.
he was still in high school when
Yeah,
I did
that's
it.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I was a freshman in college, so it's just like. Yeah, it's crazy, right? So I was like, I got to bring you back on here again, and
Hell yeah,
then
I'm
I'm gonna
glad you
definitely
had
tap in
me.
with you later in the summer, during the season, hopefully, if you got a chance, so we can just see what's up with that. But
Definitely.
appreciate you again, brother. Um, Having My Way podcast. We go.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Having my way with this shit, and you know it got motion. Remember the times I was giving my heart to a hoe and I had that shit broke. Me and my niggas got keys to the piece, fuck it up in this world, I some drove.